Alrighty, hey, what's up? Cartez here, TshirtRiches.com. Hey, so I want to talk about a touchy issue. Already getting complaints about my tone as it relates to this topic. But the other day, I got a message. Somebody sent me a message in Facebook. And I get this all the time. And most of the time, I don't engage it because it's just a waste of time. And usually it's people are telling me excuses about why they hadn't started, that something is keeping them down, something is keeping them from getting started, family won't allow them to start, or they told them that their ideas are bad. I've been dreaming about this for 20 years, but circumstances got in the way, blah, 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 blah. So, and that's the case with this guy. Sent me a message talking about, hey man, I found you several years ago and been following you, got a lot of, I got access to all of your free stuff, and been doing research, and then life got in the way, and a few years have passed by, and here I am again trying to get some advice from you. And so we talked for went back and forth for a couple of hours, and it was like, all right, as he continued to talk, it was just like, all right, man, I'm tired of hearing you whine, tired of hearing you complain. And so he hated his job, but yet has money to to go do the things he want to do. So I was like, so what you gonna do? And he was like, well, I'm gonna start a t-shirt business. Okay, when you gonna start? And then he just disappeared on me. Then the next day, I sent him an email like, what's up? What you gonna do? And he was like, well, I don't know where to start. I was like, well, man, buy my course. And so some of the other comments that I read on YouTube, folks were saying, well, your course is too expensive. There's a lot of free information out there on the internet. And I'm glad they said that. Because the truth is, there is vast amounts of information on the internet. You don't need my course. But even with all the free stuff and free resources and free tutorials, most folks still don't do nothing. They talk. So it has nothing to do with the fact that my course is expensive. The same information that we have is free online. That's what everybody's saying. So what's the problem? Why are you still making excuses? If the free stuff is there, why ain't you started? You know what I mean? I think most folks like the idea of saying they want to start a business. They like the idea of saying they're a business owner. They like the idea because it sounds good, but at the end of the day, nobody want to do no work. That's what it comes down to. I do get that folks are afraid. Folks are scared. Folks are fearful. I understand that. But at some point, you have to make a decision that I'm going to take the first step in walking this journey. And I'm going to tell you straight up, you're going to mess up. You're going to screw up. That's just the way it is. It's for everybody. Everybody who started business, do you think it's easy? No, it ain't easy. Everybody going to mess up. Everybody going to lose money. Everybody going to put out designs that nobody buys. You're not unique. Your situation is not unique. Everybody's scared. Everybody who went on this path is scared. So somebody was saying that I should build them up. Oh, you need to build them up, Cartez. You shouldn't be shaming them. Number one, and I say this with all sincerity. I don't want to sound like an arse, but it's not my job to build you up and to motivate you and encourage you to start your business. When you get in this space, not just t-shirts, any business, you got to motivate yourself. 99% of your spouse ain't going to motivate you. So what the heck do you think is my job to motivate you? Your friends ain't going to motivate you. Your family ain't going to motivate you. But I should motivate you? No. If you're a grown man or a grown woman, then you need to figure out and do some things to motivate yourself. Because if I have to motivate you day in and day out, you ain't going to be successful. You ain't going to make it. You know what I mean? The guy has all the with this internet. We're talking about a vast amount of information on the World Wide Web. There's so much information out there to learn and absorb. But the problem is, most of you sit there on the computer and you just look at it and watch the videos, you take notes, and then you do nothing. That's where the problem's at. Had nothing to do with me shaming somebody or not motivating somebody. It's all you. You're making the choice not to do anything. And until you decide you had enough, it ain't gonna work out. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And I'll be transparent with you, because I don't got nothing to hide. I don't need to lie. When my wife had an affair on me, it messed me up. I went through a state of depression. Things started crumbling down because I couldn't focus. I couldn't work. I couldn't concentrate. You know what I mean? We're separated now, but here's the reality. I was going to continue down that downward spiral until I stopped feeling sorry for myself and feeling pitiful for myself and do something about it. So I got up off my butt and got back to work. Now, was it a challenge? Absolutely. Couldn't focus, couldn't concentrate, but I had to get there. At some point, I had to make a decision, not only to save myself, I had children to take care of. You know what I mean? So I had a business that was failing because I was not running it and operating it. So I had, the power was always mine. It was always in my control. It was always the situation I was in and going through. It was always my fault in terms of not doing anything. The power was always in my hand. And until I did something about it, nothing was going to happen. My wife wasn't going to save me. My family wasn't going to save me. My friends wasn't going to save me. They were there for support, but I had to save myself. That's just the reality of it. So don't get mad talking about I done shamed somebody and I should build them up. No, he had access to vast amounts of information, and he downloaded information into his head, and he made a conscious decision not to do anything with it. But he made a conscious choice to reach out to me and waste 2 hours of my doggone time. And I don't even want that energy around me. And again, I'm not suggesting anybody buy my course. It's just a resource like all the other free resources out there on the internet. Mine just so happen to be paid. And I acknowledge my course is the most expensive you'll find on the internet as it relates to starting a t-shirt business. I make no qualms about that. And I'm not suggesting anybody buy it, but it's a resource that's there. Now, you can go spend the next several months piecing stuff together from 300 different people and not understand the strategy behind the 300 different people that you started to follow. And then you think you're going to have a quick road to success. But any action is better than doing nothing. And God knows if I had access to this information, like the internet, because there wasn't too many folks. In fact, when I started my course, nobody else out there had no course. You know what I mean? We're talking 20 years ago when I started my initial t-shirt company. There were no resources out there other than books about starting a business, going to screen printing workshops to learn how to screen print and realize that wasn't a method I wanted to do, and then learning about heat press machines and then transfers, all the trial and error. I had to figure it out. It wasn't going to happen sitting around talking about I got a dream that I'm going to start a t-shirt business. No. You know what I mean? So my course is available, but I'm not suggesting you buy it. I'm suggesting you take action more than anything and get started. You got to take the first step. Right now, I am learning how to do trading with Forex. I'm learning how to trade Forex. And guess what? Like I learned my t-shirt business 20 years ago, now I'm going through a brand new learning curve to learn how to trade Forex. I see folk making money all the time, so it's a new skill that I need to learn. So I joined the program where I have access to its educational platform to learn. And now I went to the bookstore the other day. I bought a book. I'm watching YouTube videos as well. So I'm paying to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here saying, I don't know how to trade on Forex. I keep hearing people making money, but I don't know what to do. No, I'm doing something. I took action. I want to learn. I see how much money other folks are making, and they're making a killing. A lady made $20 yesterday She posted it up in the Facebook group. I'm part of this study group. She posted that she made $20 in the Facebook group. Another person made $11, and they were happy that they made $11. And you know what? On the surface, that sounds insane. Why would somebody be happy to make $11? Well, when I sold my first shirt on the internet, less than $20, I was happy because in that moment I realized if I can make $20 a day, then I can make $200 a day. Then I realized I can make $2,000 a day. Then I realized I can make $100,000 a year. Then I realized I can make $500,000 a year. Then I realized I can make $1 million a year. So the same thing with this dog on Forex. That person made $11. The other one made $20. And I'm like, man, when I'm gonna make my first trade next week. And let me make $5, and you're going to see me running around cutting a slap food over $5. But it required me to take action. If you want to learn more about this Forex trading, email me, TshirtRiches.com, and I'll tell you more about it. But, man, I'm telling you, you got to take action. I know you're getting tired of holding that thing, that tripod, ain't you? There's my darling here. They over here like, man, I hope Daddy shut up so we can go eat these crabs. And we're about to go eat some crabs at the crab place. But that, man, I just wanted to get this out here because nobody but you are your worst enemy. The enemy from within. There is no enemy out there stopping you from starting this business. There is no enemy out there holding you back. The enemy that's holding you back is inside, is this. And you got to rein this in and get control of that. You got to rein it in because all it takes is a decision. You got to walk to the end of the road to see what's to your left and to see what's to your right. So that way you can make a decision which way to go. But until you get up that road, you'll never know what's on the other side. You don't know how many times in these last 20 years that I've taken action. I took the first step and opportunities opened up that I could never have imagined. Opportunities to make money, networking, the connections I made. The very first step I went to the other day, about 2 months ago, I went to they had like a person, I'm a lot into personal development. So they had one of these personal development meetings, really about getting ready to set your goals for the new year. And so I went, not expecting anything. I just went because I wanted to learn and be around other like-minded folks. They started asking, what do you do for a living? And I started sharing, and I got some business. Folk want to work with me. I'm like, just the very act of going to this thing opened up doors. But most folk won't even take a step. I bet most of you probably don't even got a book about how to start a business, a t-shirt business. Nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to spend money. Everybody want to go get free stuff on the internet, and they just look and do absolutely nothing. It's pointless. You know, and truth be told, folk do it when they buy my course, spend money, they still don't do nothing. So it has nothing to do with the source of the content. It has everything to do with the enemy from within, which is yourself, keeping you from moving forward and keeping you from getting started. That's the issue. Work on yourself. Go get you a book on personal development. Think and Grow Rich is a good start. Another one, I'll post some links below this video, but man, work on cybernetics is another one. You got to work on your head game. This right here, this is the problem for most folks. And until you master this, you're going to always be in the same boat, doing the same thing, and whining 20 years later. You know what I mean? So, that's all I wanted to say. You know what I mean? Go for it. Do it. It's going to always nag you. And the starting this business has changed my life. And if I never started, I wouldn't be here having this conversation. I wouldn't be able to travel abroad, live in foreign countries 6 months at a time with my children. I owe it to the business. I wouldn't have been able, when my dad got sick with pancreatic cancer, I wouldn't have been able to stay and take care of him for 4.5 months and see him off and see him take his last breath. Working a traditional job would not allow me to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, folks. TshirtRiches.com. If you want to buy my course, you can. There's a link under the video in the description to get it. It's on a discount. You know, find the free resources all over the internet. My only encouragement is that you just take the information, whether you get it from me or free, and just do something with it. That's all. I don't care if you buy from me. I'm good. I want you to be successful. I want you to take action. And I want you to do something about it and stop blaming other folks. Because it ain't them. Got it? Got it.